All right, welcome everybody to another simulated game of MLB The Show franchise mode featuring the Milwaukee Brewers. They're facing against the Diamondbacks tonight, and the Diamondbacks put a drubbing on the Brewers last night. Take a look at some of the acquisitions and things that happened. Not a lot happening for the Brewers. Got some storylines about some injuries coming up in the game. We'll get to that when we get to the actual game and the footage and everything like that. And welcome to Miller Park. The roof is closed. Even the back panels are closed as well. Kind of overcast, kind of chilly here in Wisconsin. But the Brewers looking to bounce back. They lost 10-1 last night. And they have Brett Anderson starting on the mound. Full game coming up right after this fade to black. Brett Anderson, the starting pitcher season, making his 8th start. 6.06 ERA though. Has 17 strikeouts to 12 walks. Has given up 6 home runs. Last pitched on Monday against the Marlins. He went 6 innings. Gave up 3 earned.
Leading off for Arizona, the right fielder.
Gave up a 3-run homer that ended up tying it, but he did pitch when the Brewers took the lead. First pitch of the game is just up in the zone. We're underway here in Milwaukee. Brewers third in the Central. Still trailing the Cubs and the Reds.
First pitch, 6-10.
Next pitch to Marte. That one misses as well, 2-0. Well, the big thing for the Brewers tonight, and it's where they've struggled all season, or at least in recent home games, is this first inning. How can they get out of this inning without giving up a lot of runs? In the last 7 home games, they've given up 20 first inning runs, and they've given up 15 in all other innings. So if they can get out of this first inning, they're going to be in good shape. But it's 4 straight balls from Anderson. It's a walk to Marte, and here we go again for the Brewers. Nick Ahmed is in now. The Diamondbacks would score 6 runs for the Brewers. Everybody in the starting lineup had a hit, except for Carson Kelly, the catcher. Here's the 1-0, and that one's on the ground. Could be 2. Smoke to Arcia, back to Smoke. Or that's Brett Anderson, and a big double play there for the Brewers. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Diamondbacks. Starling Marte, Nick Ahmed, then Ketel Marte, David Peralta, Eduardo Escobar, who had 2 home runs in yesterday's game. He's batting 5th. Carson Kelly, Christian Walker, Ildemaro Vargas, and Luke Weaver rounds it out for the Diamondbacks here on a Saturday evening in Milwaukee. Ketel Marte is in there. And that's a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Popped him up. That's Eric Sogard charging in. He's got it, and the side is retired. A leadoff walk to Marte, but Anderson gets the double play. And we head to the bottom of the first. Arizona 0, Milwaukee coming up. So Luke Weaver starting today for the Diamondbacks. 1-3 record in 35 innings pitched. 5.66 ERA. 27 strikeouts. He's only walked 9 batters, so does a good job of controlling the zone. Has given up 5 long balls. Last pitched a week ago today against the Cubs in a no decision in 6 innings. Gave up 4 hits, 2 earned runs. And Eric Sogard is going to be your leadoff hitter tonight. Lorenzo Cain getting a night off. A lot of regular Brewer players are going to be getting some time off in the coming days. They do not have an off day until a week from Monday. So they'll finish off this quick 3-game home series, and then they're on the road for 7 straight. That one misses to Sogard. It's 2-0. So it's going to be important for people who are usually on the bench coming in these pinch hit situations to get some starts and contribute to this team and try to hold their own and try to stay at the top of this NL Central. Sogard rips that one. That one's hit to left and deep. With the 2-run homer. So the Brewers not messing around here today. They're going to take a 2-0 lead here in the first inning. Hero with his 5th home run of the season. Increases his RBI total to 32. That leads the team. And just what the doctor ordered for these Brewers. Getting up to an early lead. And when they have a lead early, well, they've had trouble keeping it. But if they can hold the lead until the later innings, they've been very productive. Avisail Garcia is in there. And he fouls one back. It's 0-2. Scoring first, scoring early, and putting the Diamondbacks in a hole early. That's what you like to see. Especially against a Diamondbacks offense that has been very productive as of late. They've won 3 straight with yesterday's win. And a swing and a miss. Chased after the fastball. There's 2 away.
Batting 5th, the catcher.
This is a pitching staff that the Brewers only scored 1 run off of yesterday. They're coming into the series second to last in team ERA. So kind of a bummer when you see that they can only score 1 run on the game. Omar Narvaez steps in there with 2 outs. He takes a ball. Got the first hit in yesterday's game for the Brewers. They had a lot of base runners, but were not able to find any hits. They'd only have 3 in the game. 1-0 is tapped in front of the mound. Weaver's got it. And he'll make the play to end the inning. But Keston Hiura gets the crew on the board here in the first with this big 2-run bomb to left. He's played 1 complete. Brewers lead by 2.
Leading off for the Diamondbacks.
David Peralta leads off the second inning. Peralta 2 for 3 in yesterday's game, drove in 2 runs. One of those came via a bases loaded walk. That one misses 1-0. See the shift that's being played on Peralta right now. Having him pull it to right field. The 1-0. And misses away 2-0. From Anderson. Grounded foul. It's the Diamondbacks offense that does a good job of putting the ball into play. Here's the 2-1 in there for a strike. They struck out the second in the, and they have the 4th best batting average in the National League. Full count pitch to Peralta. Grounded foul again. Full count again, swing and a miss. Good pitch by Anderson, gets Peralta. And there's 1 away.
That is good. The third
got him with a little cutter almost inside, and Peralta can't keep up with that one. We have 1 away here in the second. That brings up Eduardo Escobar. Had a big game yesterday. And he fouls that one into the seats. Escobar with 5 RBIs, hit 2 home runs. Had a 2-run homer, a solo home run. and then had a 2-run double. 2-run double was a part of that big 6-run first the Diamondbacks had, all at the expense of Eric Lauer. There's the 0-2. Hit foul. Well, Escobar is seeing the ball really well, and you notice that when you have swings like that and you're just pounding them foul, whether it's to right field or left field. 0-2. Popped him up. Yelich has plenty of room, and he's got it for out number 2.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Carson Kelly.
So the only Diamondback to not get a hit in yesterday's game, Carson Kelly, bats here with 2 away in the second. Kelly not with a very strong average, though, only batting 172 on the season. Does have 3 home runs. So when he's making contact, he's making it worth it. 3 home runs, 2 doubles. He's got 15 total hits. 5 of them are these extra base hits. So a third of his hits are going to be powerful ones. That one misses. It's 2-0. But it's the other 72 that have not been as productive. 2-0 is in there for a strike. Two 2-1 from Anderson in the dirt, 3-1. Another packed Miller Park here for a Saturday evening game. People got here early as well. Saw the 2-run shot. That one's in there. 3-2. Full count pitch. Misses down, and it's a walk to Carson Kelly.
Batting seventh, the first baseman, Christian.
Brings up Christian Walker. Had a 3-run homer in yesterday's game. Capped off that 6-run first inning. Takes one inside. 1-0 is fouled. If you look at the home run leaders for the Diamondbacks, Escobar leads the team with 12. He had 2 last night. Then it's Christian Walker who bats now. He got 1 last night as well. Gave him 9. And then you go up to Starling Marte with 8. So seeing some home runs from that leadoff spot. 2-1 is grounded to Orlando Arcia. He's going to just knock it down, but it's going to be a base hit for Walker. So Christian Walker stays hot at the plate. And that's going to give Ildemaro Vargas a chance to bat with 2 outs and 2 on here in inning number 2. And the Brewers having 2 runs. A lot of 2s happening right now. First pitch to Vargas. Grounded foul. The 0-1. Hit into left center. Tyrone Taylor is going to track it down, and he's got it to retire the side. So a good job to get out of that little sticky situation. We head to the bottom of the second, the Brewers leading by 2. Justin Smoke getting the start here today for the Brewers. He hasn't started in quite a while, actually, for these Brewers. Ryan Braun has been batting absolutely lights out since that series in Pittsburgh. Justin Smoke takes one. It's 1-0. Guess Justin Smoke did get a start at first base. It was last Sunday against the Cardinals. 1-0 pitch. Fouled right back into Carson Kelly. It's 1-1. Ryan Braun went out and played left field. Smoke got a opportunity to start a game. Here's the 1-1, and that one's fouled as well. So just making his 10th appearance of the season, batting .206, does have 2 home runs. Those 2 home runs came in the same game. And he's got a 2-2 count now. Here's the pitch. And called strike 3. Was not looking for that one. And there's one away.
7. The center fielder, Tyro.
RBIs as well. 3-run homer against the Colorado Rockies. Here's the 1-0 inside. It's one thing you like about Tyrone Taylor's game is his patience at the plate. Does have 6 walks and some limited plate appearances. Swing and a miss. When he gets on base, he is a threat to steal as well. 2-1 in there as well. Taylor has 2 stolen bases. That's second on the team. And a swing and a miss. Chased after that one. So back-to-back strikeouts for Luke Weaver. It's going to bring up Orlando Arcia.
The shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
Arcia in back-to-back starts here. 0 for 2 in yesterday's game, but he did walk once. Fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Arcia has provided a lot of run production from the bottom of the order. See there, he has 12 RBIs. And he pulls that one into the seats. Arcia down in the count here, 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back. Here's the pitch. Inside. Couldn't get him to chase that inside changeup. And it's 1-2. And that one's way outside and in the dirt. It's 2-2. Mentioned many times, this is where Orlando Arcia has excelled for the Brewers. Working counts even after he falls down in the count. Works him back, gets some base hits. And that one's fouled off. Wait. Doing a good job of protecting the strike zone there. Trying to get something he can hit. Try to extend this inning. Try to clear the pitcher's spot here in the second. Here's the 2-2. That one's in the dirt as well. So Orlando Arcia has worked it to a full count. Payoff pitch from Weaver. Misses away. So a good job by Arcia. Works the count, gets the walk. And it's going to clear the pitcher's spot in Brett Anderson. Brett Anderson, his last game, helped himself. He got those 2 RBIs you saw there. Had a 2-run single in Miami. Actually got the Brewers on the board. And Christian Yelich would hit a solo home run. The Marlins would come back. They'd tie it up, but the Brewers get some runs of their own. Yelich with an RBI double. Ryan Braun had a solo home run in that game. Brewers would take that series opener against the Marlins on Monday. Arcia at first. Here's the 1-1 pitch, followed off by Anderson. Well, Brewers are going to clear the pitcher spot, which is always nice. And making Luke Weaver throw some extra pitches after he got the first 2 out on strikeouts. That one's fouled through the legs of Kelly. It's 1-2. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. So Weaver strikes out the side here in the second. Brewers lead 1 after the Arcia walk. Brooktober time, you know it, and that guy's got some sweet dance moves. And other guy just running in place, and lady with a hand in the air, kind of doing the mom dance. Hey Heidi Watney, how's it going? Glad you could join us again, even though your microphone is never working. Let's take a look at the pitching stats for the Brewers. They are doing pretty good in a lot of aspects. They're not striking out as many batters, and they're giving up a few more long balls than they would probably like, but they do have a pretty good ERA, pretty good whip as well, not so much in last night's game. But this is a pitching staff that is going to keep the Brewers in a lot of games throughout the summer.
The pitcher,
Luke Weaver having to adjust his shoe. He's going to lead off here in the third inning. Check swing, but a called strike. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss. Got him on the high fastball. Weaver's quickly down 0-2. From Anderson. Hit on the ground to Arcia. Plenty of time to get the opposing pitcher. And there's one away.
Now batting. Right fielder.
Take a look at those central standings. The Cubs have already lost today, so the Brewers are a game and a half behind them, but Cincinnati has regained control of the central. They're playing in Colorado. They are not underway just yet. But Brewers entering today's play down 2 games. Got a big road trip coming up. They play 3 games in Chicago against the Cubs, and they'll play 4 games at Great American Ballpark versus the Reds. It's going to be a very big series, and it's going to tell a lot about where this team will be for the rest of this season. Four or 5 wins during that road trip keeps them in pace. And that one's popped up in foul territory. Playable for Smoke. He's got it right in front of the Brewers bench. And there's 2 away.
The bat, number 13. Shortstop, Nick Ahmed.
Nick Ahmed is batting 3 for 6 in the series bats. He hit into the double play last time. And Anderson starts him off with 1 high and away. It's 1-0. Goth Heidi. Yeah, if only you could do like create a sideline reporter in these games. That'd be fun. Swing and a miss from Ahmed. That one's pulled foul. Yeah, they should do other creations in these games, not just players. Like, let's create a sideline reporter deal. Let's create an umpire, create a fan mode. I think create a fan mode was actually in one of the old Madden games. You could create a fan or a type of fan, and you could create signs. You know, that was a big part of the WWE video games. You could make signs and do all that stuff. Med pops one up behind second base. Tyrone Taylor is going to let it drop in front of him. Throw is coming into second, and they're going to get him out there. So probably should have been caught. It wasn't, but they get him out at second, so I guess it all works. It's just an extra hit charged to Brett Anderson's line. Well, Arizona goes down in order, headed to the bottom of the third. Brewers lead by 2. Top of the order for the Brewers, and that's Eric Sogard.
The third baseman, Eric Sogard.
Sogard getting the start over at third base today. Create a stadium. Create a mascot. Yeah. I think create a stadium was actually another one that was in Madden as well. Create a mascot would be really good. There'd be a lot of unholy creations that could come about that one, that is for sure. What's that? Yeah, my wife is thinking that there should be a corgi mascot. We have a little corgi. You've heard our corgi many times on these broadcasts, I'm sure. Yeah, I remember the Create a Stadium in the old Maddens. And that one's hit into center. Marte's there, and there's one away. And it might not have been, maybe it wasn't Madden, it might have been the NCAA football games, possibly.
Now batting, right
that had the Create a Stadium. I don't remember which one it was. But I remember in high school, me and my friend tried to create, because you could create your own college team, and we tried to create one that was exactly like our high school team with the colors and the mascot, because we were the Golden Bears, so you have the Cal Golden Bears, so we could do that. And then we tried to create a stadium that looked almost exactly like ours, which was a pretty nice field and everything. And we tried to just recreate everything in the game. So it might have been one of the NCAA football games where you could create a stadium. And to create a mascot, I think another one that would be that could have been in a NCAA game as well, because there was always the mode where you could play a game where it was only the mascots going against each other. So you would have like a bunch of, I'm just going to use Big Ten teams because that's what I'm familiar with, but you would have 11 Bucky Badgers going up against 11 Minnesota Golden Gophers. And it was just, it was fun for like a quarter, but that's pretty much it. Yelich way inside on that pitch. He's shaking his head. He's not sure what he's doing. He must have an earpiece of me talking about all these weird creative modes that we're coming up with here. We gotta trademark all these guys. Gotta trademark them. TM, 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 TM. Yelich spoils one foul. It's full count still. Full count. Popped him up. And it's Peralta racing back. And he's got it. And there's 2 away. Or, if you can't create a stadium, what would be cool? What if you could create a grass pattern? You know, that's always kind of a fun thing in these games as well. Doing a little like pattern, you know, like they always have. You know, I was actually watching, I think I mentioned this earlier this week, but they had the Yankees Red Sox playoff game from 2004. Here it takes one inside. They mowed the Red Sox logo into the middle of the infield. That's kind of cool. Or like when they have all-star games, they'll do like a star pattern in the outfield. Customize the logo behind home plate. Customize the logo that's behind the mound. It's always the same logo, but you know, they always change that depending on the type of logo being used. Here are swings and misses. You know, when the Brewers were kind of going back and forth between the ball and glove and just the regular M logo. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Here's down on strikes. They'd always change that little logo behind home plate because it's just paint. Spray paint it, put a template out there, be fine. 5th strikeout of the game for Weaver. Takes the Brewers down in order. We head to the 4th. Well, I appreciate everyone watching on youtube.com/Tucker Comedy. Like, subscribe, and tell a friend about these games. I mean, if you watch them live or if you watch them archived, whatever it may be, I appreciate it very much. You can also follow me on Tucker Comedy on Twitter. Find out updates where these games go live. Customize advertisements on outfield wall, yeah. That'd be a good one too. And I know that's a big one in this game. It's a lot of MLB network type of shows that they're promoting. That one's on the ground to Hira. Brings it into the body, gets the out at first. There's one away.
Up next to the Diamondbacks, the left fielder.
Yeah, anything you can customize, really. There's probably, I could imagine though, custom advertisements would probably be the hardest one to try to get through. And here's why. Because if you are a game streamer, which is all the rage now, that's why I got into it, right? You could put a lot of advertising into the game that way, and that might be frowned upon by, you know, the game developer or the publisher. The swing and a miss by Peralta. So I could see that being a really cool feature, but I could see it also posing a lot of troubles. There's already a ton of advertisements in these games as you try to recreate arenas and stadiums and everything. And that one's fouled back. And I just remember when, you know, video games got to that point where they could do more, you know, the games look more realistic, you can do more realistic advertising. Another one foul. And there was I remember reading a big article about, like, you know, all these AAA releases and everything, and all these games that come out where, here's the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. So 2 quick outs here by Brett Anderson. Peralta strikes out for the second time today.
Number 5, Eduardo.
You see all these advertisements, and you got to figure that there's money being brought in by that, because it's pretty much a legacy type thing. Like, it's always going to be in the game. So why do the games still have to be at the price point they are? You know, why can't the games come down to maybe $30, $40? Because isn't the advertising subsidizing part of the development, doing all of that. And I guess maybe not. Maybe it's just a nice to have. Maybe that's for something else. Escobar hits one to center. Taylor's racing back, a high fly ball, and he's got it, and the side is retired. So a quick 3-up, 3-down inning for Anderson. Head to the bottom of the fourth. Garcia, Narvaez, Smoke coming up for the Crew. We got Heidi Watney with another report. Heidi Watney, what's your favorite create a mode? What are the players telling you? Oh, they want to create an Eric Sogard mode, I guess. That's what they're looking for. That's what the kids demand nowadays. Create a bespectacled baseball player in your game. It's all the rage. Avisail Garcia starts us off here in the bottom of the fourth. Brewers have a 2-0 lead.
The left fielder, Avisail Garcia.
And he takes a strike. It's 0-1. Garcia struck out back in the first. They're batting just a little over 300 his last 3 games. Had struggled a little bit at the plate, so had gotten some days off. Came in for an injured Ben Gamel. And that one's inside. And would go on and hit the game-winning home run against the Miami Marlins when that happened. Swing and a miss. Chased after that curveball. 2-2. Ben Gamel still injured, not available to play. Ryan Braun was injured in yesterday's game. He's also not available. 2-2 is hit down the line. Marte is going to make a dive, and he can't get it. It's going to go into the wall. Literally into the wall, and Garcia is in with a leadoff double.
Now
so 10th double of the season for Garcia.
Narvaez.
And good hustle by Garcia out of the gate. Saw that it went off the glove. A great effort by Marte, but wasn't able to come down with it. It's a leadoff double, and Narvaez bats. Takes the curveball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Or a changeup. It's so hard to know these pitches sometimes. Especially when it delays when the pitch comes around. 0-1 in the dirt. Good block by Kelly. Keeps Garcia over at second. Called strike 1-2. Baez grounded out his last at bat. 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the inside part of the corner. Good pitch by Luke Weaver. That's his 6th K of the game.
Number 12.
And that's going to bring up Justin Smoke.
Smoke.
So Smoke will bat with the runner at second here with 1 out. Looking to add to the Brewers' lead. First pitch to him is right down the middle, 0-1. And that's the big difference between the Brewers and the Diamondbacks, as you're seeing. Brewers jumping out to a 2-0 lead, but have not been really able to put much pressure on Weaver here. 0-1 pitch, misses. Where the Diamondbacks were just continuing to pour the runs on yesterday. The Brewers, they get out to these early leads, but these other innings is where they've struggled a lot this season. The 1-1 fouled back. If you look at the number of runs scored by innings for the Brewers, they've only scored 11 runs total in the 3rd innings this season. And Justin Smoke went around, and he's down on strikes. So back-to-back Ks for Weaver.
The batter.
And there's 2 away.
They've
scored 11 runs in the 3rd. They've scored 17 in the 2nd. And they've scored only 18 in the 4th. Now you compare that to some of their other innings. Late in the game, they've performed very well. They've scored 23 runs in the 6th. That is tied for the 1st, where coming into the game, they've scored 23 runs as well. 22 runs in the 7th. 0-1. And that one's into the gap. Marte going back, and he's got it. Oh, it's over his glove, and that is a ground rule double. It looked like it was heading right into the glove of Marte. And let's take a look at this one again, and it just goes right over. He must have got his glove up at the last second, and it goes over the fence. So there is a run-scoring ground rule double for Tyrone Taylor. What a weird play that was. That one brushes Arcia back. It's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. That one misses. 2-0. So keep an eye on Taylor over there. He is known to swipe third base. Gets a good jump, but he's already in scoring position at second. He'll score on a base hit from there. Swing and a miss. Arcia chases after a bad pitch with a favorable count. 2-1. Two-one pitch misses. 3-1. Brewers tacking on another run here in the 4th. They got 2 in the 1st inning on a Keston here, a long ball. Looking to bounce back after losing 10-1 in yesterday's game. It was so bad, my internet decided to not carry the game anymore. There is like, no one should have to sit through this. 3-1 pitch is in the dirt. And Garcia is going to get to first on the free pass.
Up next from
Milwaukee. Once again, has his second walk of the day. It's going to clear the pitcher spot.
Anderson.
Brett Anderson struck out in the 2nd. He's got runners at 1st and 2nd. It's 2 away. He's been putting the bat on the ball this season, though. First pitch from Weaver. Inside the zone, it's 0-1. One from Weaver. Swing and a miss. Fooled him on that one. Anderson looked like he might have been in between wanting to swing and not swinging, and then he went with a full swing at a bad pitch. Here's the 0-2. And that one's fouled. So good job by Anderson, hanging in there tough. Weaver already at 75 pitches. Pitcher spot is due up 4th in the inning for the Diamondbacks, so might have to make a decision there. 0-2 inside. This is a game where the Brewers would like to get a lot of innings out of Anderson. He hits that one into the gap, and that is going to get down for a base hit. Tyrone Taylor comes in to score, and Brett Anderson has his 3rd RBI of the season, and he adds on to this Brewers lead, helping himself out there.
So
a good job by Brett Anderson. He's staying hot at the plate. He's been one of the better hitters with runners in scoring position this year. Eric Sogard 0 for 2 on the day. He's got 2 on and 2 outs. 2 runs in for the Crew. The 1-0 pitch. That one misses 2-0. Diamondbacks, they only got 4 innings out of their starter yesterday in Robbie Ray. But it was Merrill Kelly who came in and threw 3, but left with an injury himself. And swing and a miss by Sogard. And it was Stefan Crichton, one in there for a strike, who got the final 2 innings and got the Diamondbacks the victory. So it was Merrill Kelly who took home the win. 2-2 pitch. And that one's a little flare into left. Peralta running in, and that is caught for out number 3. But the Brewers add 2 more to the tally. We head to the top of the 5th. Brewers have a 4-0 lead. Well, at tuckercomedy.com/power rankings, I'm sure this is what Heidi Watney is talking about right now. You can see the power rankings for all 30 teams in the MLB during this simulation. You can find out what from last week, what the big series are for all the teams for the month of May. A new power rankings come out every Monday, so you can check that out. A little write-up about every team. And this week, after tomorrow's game, we're going to be at the quarter poll. So there's going to be a little, I think the write-up for this week is kind of the if the teams are underperforming, overperforming, or right where everyone expected them to be. I think that will be kind of when you're at the 25% of games played, you kind of start talking about where you're at and kind of what you might be able to accomplish. If you look at the Brewers, quarter of the way through the season, right in the thick of a NL Central race. One of the top teams in the National League. So you got to imagine a playoff spot is what they're eyeing up. That one's a little flare to Hira. He's got it. And there's one away.
Now batting.
Look at these Diamondbacks. You definitely think that they're underperforming, considering they got Madison Bumgarner on the team. But their starting pitching has not followed behind him. Offense has done well from a batting average perspective, but could still be better. So that's looking like what the write-up will be about. Good question in the chat about managing the Brewers, like lineups and contracts. So I'm not doing the contracts because that's all at the end of the season for the most part. But lineups, I will manage those, especially after injuries and everything, because they'll put up really dumb lineups. The game seems to want to favor certain players for some reason. So I go in and kind of make sure that lineups look normal. They'll put like Brock Holt in the leadoff spot when all season it should be like Lorenzo Cain or Eric Sogard or someone like that. That one's lined right at Smoke, and he's got it for the second out.
The batter number 50.
So when it comes to lineups, I try to manage those a little bit. And, they don't always replace players. They'll just go with the lineup you have. And I was noticing that really early on. It's just like if you just only have one lineup and you let the simulation go, it's going to keep doing that lineup, and people could be super tired and they might not have energy. It should be managed a little bit more like that. There's a swing and a miss. So I try to have some intervention, but I try to not have too much. Just kind of make things make sense. Tapper back to Anderson. Good throw to first. Gets Vargas. And that's a 1-2-3 inning here in the fifth. Head to the bottom half. Brewers looking to keep adding on. They got Yelich and Hira coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for Arizona.
So Mike Leake, the longtime starter for the Cardinals, is into the game, making his 19th appearance this season. He did start 32 games last season, but he's done all of his work out of the bullpen this year. Starts with Christian Yelich. That one's foul. Leake is 1-1. He's got 11 earned runs given up, 3.49 ERA, 16 strikeouts to 6 walks. Has given up 3 home runs. And that might be number 4. Yelich to deep right, and see ya. Christian Yelich with a home run in back-to-back games. His 13th of the season. It's 5-0 Brewers. So Christian Yelich having himself a week. Take a look at that one again. Line drive right into that little pen just over the glove of Marte there.
Now batting.
Castanera, who also has a home run on the day, now bats. Yelich now up to 20 RBI on the season. His 13th home run among the league leaders. There's the 1-0. And that one's grounded. And, oh, a nice play by Vargas. Makes an amazing play. And gets Hira on a very good diving play. Take a look at this one again. Back and to the left. Gets that one right into the glove. And a good throw from the knees gets Keston Hira. So he steals a hit away from Hira and brings up Avisail Garcia. And that one's fouled back. It's 0-1. The other thing about like kind of what I'm managing behind the scenes is I'm trying to stay away from doing call-ups and everything like that. I kind of want to let that kind of play out its own way. But really the lineups, it's really just to make sure that I'm just putting a good lineup out there just so that it's kind of a more entertaining product. Garcia hits that one to left. Peralta kind of got a bad jump, but he's under it. And there's 2 away.
Now batting. Catcher.
Take a look at the line for Luke Weaver. 4 innings pitched, gave up 4 earned. 2 walks, 7 Ks. And is now on to the bullpen for the Diamondbacks. But yeah, I don't want to have like a bunch of players in there that are like very tired and then they might not play very well. I just don't think that's going to make for a good stream then. So, especially when I'm not playing the game. You know, it's one thing if you're playing the game yourself, but if you're just doing a simulation, it can be a little different. Narvaez hits that one hard on the ground. Vargas has a much easier play this time, and he gets Narvaez for the 3rd out. But Christian Yelich with his 13th home run of the season. People are dancing. They're doing like a prayer dance. They're rolling. They're waving their hands. Even the Diamondbacks fan is like, you know what? Baseball's fun. I can dance.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for Arizona. Number 1, Domingo Leyva.
So Diamondbacks have a pinch hitter here, Domingo Leyva. Catch, and he's not going to be able to get it. A 2-run homer by Starling Marte, and the Diamondbacks are on the board here in the 6th. Ninth home run of the season for Marte, 413 feet, and that was not going to be reachable by Tyrone Taylor. Made a good effort on it.
The bat,
couldn't quite come down with it. And Nick Ahmed is in there with nobody out and 2 runs in already for the Diamondbacks. So now you start wondering how much of the leash is on Brett Anderson now. If you can get out of this one here, with only giving up the 2 runs, that'd be the best case scenario. But he misses on the 2nd straight pitch. Corbin Burns and Alex Claudio warming up for the Brewers. Claudio went 2 innings yesterday. Burns did not throw at all. It's interesting to see if Claudio even goes out there. 2-0 to Ahmed, and that's on the ground foul. Two-one pitch, swing and a miss. Good little change up there. And it's 2-2 on the Diamondback shortstop. Brewers still lead here 5-2. Got a home run from Keston here. They got a home run from Christian Yelich. And got an RBI single from the man on the mound, Brett Anderson. Ball boy is only going to go after that ball if it goes right to him. Here's the 2-2, and that one's on the ground to Sogard. He'll set his feet right behind third base, throw in the dirt, but a nice scoop by Justin Smoke, and there's one away.
The center fielder, number 4. Ketel Marte.
Ketel Marte is now in there. Pop out and a ground out. And that one's right down the middle, 0-1. Hits that one hard right at Sogard. And a little bit more time to get Marte on that one. And there's 2 away. So back-to-back ground outs to
Now
Eric Sogard.
Left fielder.
Brings up David Peralta.
Peralta.
He's struck out twice against Anderson here today. 2 for 5 in the series with a couple of RBIs. And that one's fouled. Oh, 0-1 to Peralta. Hit to left, and Garcia's going to have to get on his horse for this sit down. Diamondbacks strike here in the 6th. Starling Marte with a 2-run dinger to center field. The Brewers still lead by 3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Arizona, number 48, Corbin Martin.
So it's Corbin Martin now in to pitch for the Diamondbacks. 12th appearance of the season.
Leading off for the Brewers.
1-1 record, 3.31 ERA, 15 strikeouts to 5 walks. He has given up 4 home runs. Last pitched on Thursday, went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits and an earned run. And that one drops in there for a strike on Justin Smoak. Smoak has struck out twice in the game. He's been striking out a lot. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Grounded behind home plate. Smoak now below that dreaded 200 batting average. The 0-2, and he somehow fouls that one off with a very poor looking swing. It's still 0-2. And he doesn't follow that one off. So the hat trick for Justin Smoak once again. And there's 1-0.
Now batting, center fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
Well, I don't want to rag on a guy or anything, but Justin Smoak, this is only his 10th game he's played. He has 22 strikeouts. That is more strikeouts than Brock Holt, who's played in 31 games. It's more than Eric Sogard, who's played in 33 games. Swing and a miss there by Tyrone Taylor. So a lot of strikeouts for a guy who has not played a ton for this team. 1-1 to Taylor. Swing and a miss. Tried to pull that low and away pitch, and that is never a good recipe for success. Kevin Ginkel warming up for the D-backs. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2. Couldn't get him to chase it that time. Taylor with the RBI ground rule double, his last at bat. 2-2 pitch, fouled away. We're scoring 2 in the first, 2 in the fourth. They get a solo home run in the 5th. And good job by Taylor working the count here. He's run it full. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Good curveball there by Martin. And there's 2 away on 2 strikeouts.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
Orlando Arcia now bats. He's walked twice in the game. And working that low and away corner still is Martin, but Arcia does not chase after it. It's 1-0. pitch inside. Pitcher spot is due up next. And Garcia hits a little flare behind first base. That's Vargas there, and the side is retired. So the Brewers go down in order here in the 6th. We head to the 7th. Escobar leads us off for the Diamondbacks. So Craig Counsell is out there for the double switch. The pitcher spot will be due up first for the Brewers in the bottom half of the inning. So we'll see who Craig Counsell is going to be making some moves for. So it's Corbin Burnes who comes into the game.
For Milwaukee. Now pitching and batting in the 7th spot, number 39, Corbin Burnes. Now playing center and batting 9, number 6, Lorenzo Cain.
So Lorenzo Cain is going to come in on the double switch. Corbin Burnes now pitches. He's making his 31st appearance already on the season. 2-2 record, 4.61 ERA. And that one misses. It's 1-1. 29 strikeouts to 11 walks. And that one's fouled. Burnes last pitched on Thursday, went an inning, gave up a walk, and had a strikeout. Pitched in 3 of the 4 games against Miami. 1-2 is way inside. It's 2-2. Full count pitch, fouled off to the left side, and now bounce into the seats. See the shift that is on for Escobar. It's hardly any Brewers were in the picture when that one was hit, and that one's rolled over. And first base coach is going to make the play on that one. Full count pitch, and that one's fouled. Burnes comes set. Full count pitch. Another one foul. So good job by Escobar hanging in there. See 9 pitches against Corbin Burnes. Full count once again in the dirt. So a leadoff walk by Escobar, well earned.
The batter.
And there's a runner on first here with nobody out in the 7th.
Kelly.
Brings up Carson Kelly. 0 for 1 on the game. He walked in the 2nd. Still looking for his first hit of the series. In a series where literally everyone's been hitting for the Diamondbacks. First pitch to Kelly. Hit hard right at Hero, but it's over his head. And just as I mentioned, Kelly not having a hit, he's going to have extra bases here. Throw comes in to the infield. Here's going to throw it towards home plate just in case, and Carson Kelly has a double, and there's runners at 2nd and 3rd with nobody out now. So once again, talking about where the Brewers have struggled, it's putting teams away when they can. And this is one of those situations. They get a 5-0 lead. They give up 2. Now the Diamondbacks are threatening again, and hopefully those bats are not heating up like they were yesterday. Christian Walker had a 3-run homer in yesterday's game, so he can easily tie it up here for the D-backs. He's got 9 of them on the season. He swings and misses at his first pitch. Here's the 0-1. On the ground, could be 2. Oh, no, not even close, because there wasn't anyone at first. So, Brewers get the out. Run is going to score. Thought there was a runner at first. I was horribly mistaken.
The batter number 50, second baseman.
So it's an RBI ground out. Gets the first out of the inning, but there's still a runner over at 3rd. And Vargas is the tying run at the plate. That one brushes him back. It's 1-0. So Brewers pitchers really trying to establish those inside corners on these lefties. You've seen quite a few brushbacks here. There's the 1-0. And that one's on the ground, right to Smoke. And that's going to keep Kelly over at 3rd base, even with Smoke playing back. So there's 2 away. pitcher spot now due up.
Now batting.
And must have been misread by Kelly, because he probably could have scored on that play.
For the Brewers, number 46.
And it's going to be Corey Knebel now coming into the game. He's going to face again a pinch hitter here. Knebel last pitched on Thursday. He went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 1 run. That was a solo home run in the 9th inning. He's just coming in and getting some work. Trying him out in that 9th inning role. And he's going to face off against Stephen Vogt, former Brewer. And that one's fouled. Vogt was on that 2017 Brewers team, but then he got injured in 2018, did not play. 0-1 to him is in there for a strike. 0-2 pitch. Just missing outside. Tried to get him a chase with that 97-mile-an-hour fastball. No takers on that one. He's still in control here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. So the Brewers will get out of that one, only giving up the 1 run, but the Diamondbacks are scratching at that lead the Brewers have. We head to the stretch. We'll have the bottom top coming up. Brewers lead by 2.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Arizona, number 37.
Kevin Ginkgo, who you saw warming up in the bullpen, is now pitching for the Diamondbacks. He's given up 6 runs in 14 appearances, 3.95 ERA. 7 strikeouts, but 4 throwing strikes at times. And Kane, who came in on the double switch, hacks at that first one. It's fouled, 0-1. Ginkgo pitched on Sunday versus the Cubs, went 2 innings, 2 strikeouts. 0-1 is hit down the line, but Peralta is there, and there's 1 away. So that was a hard hit ball by Kane.
Number 7, Eric.
Peralta is able to get to that one easily, and there's 1 away. So back to the top of the order in Eric Sogard. Christian Yelich follows. First pitch to Sogard's in there for a strike. Oh, 1. That's away. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt, gets away from Kelly, but that doesn't matter. No one's on base. It's 2-1. Pitch. Hit hard, and that is going to get to the wall. Eric Sogard's going to round first. He's on his way to second, and he's in there with a double. So good job by Sogard. It's going to give the Brewers a runner in scoring position, and their big bats coming up.
Right fielder,
Sogard's still looking for that first home run. He needed just a little bit more oomph on it. He might have had it. But he'll take a double. And if anything, it might force Diamondbacks to try to work around Yelich here, who has a solo home run in the game and also has a double. Yelich takes one down low. Yelich hovering around that 300 mark. He's batting .296 now. And his 13th home run of the season. Leads the team with 13. Then it's Garcia with 8. Keston Hiura, third on the team, hit his 5th home run of the season in the first inning. And then it's Narvaez, Braun, and Holt, all with 4 home runs. .2-0 pitch. That one misses. Brewers definitely not getting the home run production like they were last season. big reason. Yasmani Grandal with the White Sox. Mike Moustakas in Cincinnati. 3-0. And Yelich is going to hit that one into the gap. That's going to score Sogard. Yelich is on his way to second. And he comes through with a 3-0 count. Hits a double to the wall. And the Brewers get one back here in the seventh.
The second baseman, Chester.
Smokes that one into the gap. And Christian Yelich continues to see the ball well. Take a look at Keston here back in the first inning. Taking the pitch there and just driving it into the restaurant in left field. Gave the Brewers the early 2-0 lead. He's got a runner at second, can drive in another one here. Takes a strike, it's 0-1. The Brewers like playing in the seventh inning. They like to score runs in these later innings. I guess if you're doing it when you have the lead and adding on some insurance, there's nothing wrong with that. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Got fooled badly on that one. Go after that slider, it's 0-2. Check the Yelich, here's the pitch. Called, strike 3. Down with a fastball right down the middle. Hero was clearly not looking for that one. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Avisail Garcia.
Avisail Garcia now bats. Christian Yelich over at second base. Another big run for the Brewers to get here. Always nice to add more on. First pitch to Garcia, swing and a miss. Very anxious Brewers hitters up there. Going after these pitches. 0-1, that's hard on the ground, but Ahmed's there. And plenty of time to get Garcia for the final out. But Christian Yelich comes through once again. This RBI double extends the lead. Brewers have 6, Diamondbacks have half of that.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Brewers, number 41,
David Phelps is in to pitch for the Brewers. He did pitch in yesterday's game. Gave up a 2-run homer. Sterling Marte leads us off here in the 8th. He hit a 2-run homer to center field his last at-bat. Phelps has been the 8th inning man for Craig Counsell's crew. 23rd appearance. He's got a 2-0 record. And starts Marte off with a little knuckle curve, and it's 1-0. Pitched in yesterday's game, went 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, coming off of the home run. Here's the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Good pitch there. One. Can't quite find the zone with that one. It's 2-1. Drops that one in. 2-2. Phelps, that bridge guy, the setup guy, whatever you want to call it, to get to Josh Hader in the 9th to lock down these saves. That's a big reason why these Brewers have been so effective and why their record is the way it is. A very good record when they lead after 7 innings. Really good record when they lead after 8 innings. It's basically the opposite when you look at when they're trailing in those same situations. 2-2 pitch. High into left field, and Marte has another one. So Marte with his 2nd home run of the game. His 10th of the season, and Phelps has given up another long ball here to the Diamondbacks. So Phelps is going to have to bounce back after that one. Leaves one up in the zone, and Marte did not miss that one. Slicing it right into the stands. And that's going to bring up Nick Ahmed with nobody out, nobody on here. One run already in. So Brewers, good thing they're getting those insurance runs in. An insurance solo home run from Christian Yelich. They got a insurance RBI double from Christian Yelich as well. That one catches the corner, 0-2. So it'll be interesting to see what is in store. Pitcher spot will be due up third in the inning for the Brewers. The 0-2. This is up high, 1-2.
1 ball. Strike.
1-2. Just misses. Two. Another one can't quite find the zone. Diamondbacks, like I mentioned, they're one of the best teams in the league at putting the ball into play. They do not strike out a lot. You can see that there on those kind of borderline pitches that they are taking. Not even trying to chase them or anything. Full count pitch. And that one's hit down the line into left. Garcia is going to have room, and he's got it for the first out.
The center fielder, number 4, Ketel Marte.
So Ketel Marte now bats. It'll be interesting to see also if this is the last batter maybe Phelps faces. And has struggled as of late. Pitch to Marte is not in there. It's 1-0. 1-0 pitch. That one misses as well. So Phelps kind of working around the zone. But these Diamondbacks hitters are not going to chase. That one's to left and caught by Eric Sogard. So some good hops. And, oh, it looks like the forearm of Eric Sogard is suffering through a bout of tightness in his forearm muscles, which is kind of strange because he just leaped for the ball. So not understanding how that one worked out. But we're going to get a substitute, and it's also going to be a time for Josh Hader to come into the game.
Number 71.
So Hader's going to come into the game, which, once again, kind of interesting, kind of considering where the Brewers are in the lineup. It's Narvaez and then Justin Smoke.
Number 5.
So unless they did a double switch potentially, Josh Hader is going to have to bat in the 8th inning.
Now batting.
So there's 2 outs. David Peralta now bats.
Peralta.
And Josh Hader is going to try to get a 4-out save if he does bat and comes back in the 9th. Unless I missed something. But I don't think I did. Jed Jerko's now at third base. And the injury bug is starting to come around for the Brewers. Gamble went down earlier in the week. Braun in yesterday's game. 1-1, fouled off. So Hader's quickly up in the count 1-2. One-two pitch. Can't get the zone there. That looked like a good one there. Home plate umpire does not agree. And it's 2-2. Two-two pitch. Hit to left, and that's going to be down for a base hit. So Peralta gets his first hit of the game and keeps this inning going for the Diamondbacks.
The third base, number 5, Eduardo Escobar.
Always dangerous. Eduardo Escobar will bat with a runner on and 2 outs. I'll flip over to the right side here. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. Escobar had 5 RBIs in yesterday's game. He can tie this one up quick and in a hurry here. But Josh Hader's in there to try to prevent that. 0-1, way inside. It gets away from Narvaez. He's going to just run right through Escobar. And that looks like it might be a pass. No, it's a wild pitch on Hader. Peralta heads over to second. And now there's a runner in scoring position for Escobar. Now you can be maybe a little bit careful with him. That one just bounces off of the glove of Escobar. It's going to clip through the batter. Runner at second, 2 outs. Goes to the 2-run lead. Fastball misses inside, 2-1. Hitter having trouble finding the zone here. Here's the 2-1. Way high, it's 3-1. Check with the runner at second. Here's the 3-1 pitch. In there for a strike at the top part of the zone. So full count on Escobar. Hader's going to try to go right after him. Trying to get out of this 8th inning. Full count pitch. Swing and a miss. And Hader gets Escobar on strikes. But Sterling Marte hits his 2nd home run of the game. Pulls the Diamondbacks within 2 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. So Omar Narvaez leads off the 8th. It will then be Justin Smoke, and then it is the pitcher spot, which would be Josh Hader. So Hader trying to get the 4-out save, but he's going to have to grab a bat in order to do that. Ginkel starts Narvaez off with a ball upstairs. It's 1-0. The 1-0 to Narvaez. Swing and a miss. Good change up there. Alex Claudio warming up. So he might be coming in to try to get the save in the 9th. It'd just be very weird. Might not have Claudio come in and then have Hader come in the 9th, but I don't know. Don't know what the simulation wants. 1-1 pitch on the ground to Vargas. Gather himself and throw it over for the first out.
The first baseman, number 12, Justin Smoke.
And Justin Smoke bats. He's got 3 strikeouts on the game. He's got a lot of the hat tricks here this season. And that one's in there for a strike. Diamondbacks getting 4 runs in the last 3 innings. Brewers getting 2 in the first. No, 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. And we got 1 in the 7th. Smoke's down in the count 0-2. Hader's on deck, it looks like, but they always have that, so don't read too much into that one. Oh, 2 to Smoke, and that one misses away, 1-2. One-two pitch. And that one just misses. Changeup couldn't quite stay in the zone long enough, and it falls out. And it's 2-2. Ginkel taking a deep breath, center himself. Might have had some other words he might want to say to the umpire, but he's going to hold him back. 2-2, and fouled off. Two pitch in the dirt. So good job by Smoke. If you get on base, Hader might just try to go up there and lay one down. Try to move Smoke into scoring position. 3-2. Fouled again. Smoke having a little bit better of an at-bat here. Fighting off some pitches. Ginkel work. This is his 2nd inning of work for Ginkel. 3-2. On the ground, right at Christian Walker. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the pitcher, Josh Hader. Your attention, please.
So Josh Hader comes in just to quiet down the 8th inning. It's going to be Brock Holt now batting. So just interesting moves here by Craig Counsell. And it's going to be Alex Claudio going for his first save of the season. First pitch to Brock Holt misses. It's 1-0. So maybe Counsell thinking that it was more important to get out of the 8th with some trouble. He does have the bottom of the order coming up for the Diamondbacks, so maybe thinking Claudio better suited for that. On the ground to Ahmed. He's got it over to first, and that will do it for the Brewers here in the 8th. Well, it's last call for the Diamondbacks. They trail by 2. Someone other than Josh Hader is going to try to get the save here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
It will be Alex Claudio here to try to get the final 3 outs.
Number 58.
And try to get his first save of the season. He does have 8 holds and a 2-1 record. Trying to get that first save. He has the bottom of the order. He's got Carson Kelly, who has a double on the game. It'll be then Christian Walker and Ildarmo Vargas. But no walk in the park here at all. Trying to get these last 3 walks. Christian Walker has a hit on the game. Had a 3-run homer in yesterday's game. So Claudio trying to shut it down. Here's the 0-1. On the ground to Hero. Plenty of time to get the catcher. And there's the first big out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Christian Walker.
It's even more interesting for Claudio being in there is that he did pitch in yesterday's game as well. I'll get you the line on that one. He went 2 innings yesterday. But Craig Counsell thinking this is the best guy to get this save. JP Fireeisen warming up as well, just in case. The rookie reliever in the bullpen. Pitched very well so far this season. The 1-0 to Walker. Just misses on the changeup, 2-0. Trying to get it done here. Do not want to get back to the top of the order at all. 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Anything you can do to not have Sterling Marte hit in this one. He's got 2 home runs on the game. 2-1 pitch. Right down the chute. 2-2. Claudio comes set. 2-2 pitch. Just misses the corner. And once again, the very good vision of these Diamondback hitters, not chasing after the pitch. It's a full count on Walker. Here it comes. Popped him up. Yelich has time to wind his watch. So that one comes down into the glove, and there's 2 away.
The batter number 50, second baseman.
So one last out for the Diamondbacks to work with. It's Ildemaro Vargas, who's 0 for 3 on the game. And Alex Claudio on his way to his first save of the season. Brewer fans on their feet. Here comes the first pitch to Vargas. In there for a strike. Wiggle of the glove. He comes set. The 0-1 pitch. Hit foul. So Claudio up in the count here, 0-2. He's going to get a new pearl from the home plate umpire. Here's the 0-2. Grounded foul. So Vargas hanging in there. Comes the 0-2 pitch again, and that one's inside, 1-2. Brewers trying to get the victory here, trying to split this series, trying to make it a rubber match tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock here on this channel. The 1-2, inside again. Can't get him to chase that pitch. And counts now even. Pitcher spot due up next for the Diamondbacks. 2-2. Popped him up, and it's going to reach the seats. Two from Claudio. Called strike 3, and that will do it for this one. Brewers win it 6-4. They get a home run from Christian Yelich. They get a 2-run homer from Keston Hira. And they win game 2, 6-4. Good job by Brett Anderson. He's going to get his, let me even look at that. He's going to get his 3rd win of the season. He's been pitching very well as of late, going deep into the game. And Brewers take home the W. So, and Alex Claudio gets his first save of the season. So, a good game all around by everyone. So that'll do it for us here in Milwaukee. Game 3 is tomorrow. It's going to be Brandon Woodruff versus Alex Young. So Brandon Woodruff looking to bounce back after a couple of rough starts. And face off against these Diamondbacks tomorrow afternoon. That game will be at 1 o'clock. It'll either be streamed or it'll be already posted. But tune in at 1 o'clock. You'll find out about what happons in that game. So have a good rest of your Saturday evening. Have a good rest of your weekend. And we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, folks.
Thank you for joining us.